Hello there, welcome back to Profneel. It's a pleasure having you here. The priest who loved football as much as he loved Christ, underestimating Father Arroyo and a lesson for life. At my alma mater, that my alma mater being St. Xaviers High School, Loyola Hall, Ahmedabad, it was founded and managed by Spanish missionaries, Jesuit missionaries. And the Goan influence was also there. Hence, we had a fantastic football team. The pedigree was very good, excellent is the word. But we took pride most in the football team among all everybody else was a trio of an impregnable deep defense, a trio of a fantastic fullbacks, three fantastic fullbacks, and they were as different as chalk and cheese. They were unique in each aspect. There was Bipin Bhoot Shah. Bhoot is his moniker. Tall, dark, formidable. And then, of course, there was Virendra Viru Singh, late Virendra Viru Singh. Bag of bones, but he made up with that terrific grit of his tenacity. Once he got his teeth into the opponent calf, he would not let go. Like a terrier. It was like a terrier. He just wanted to get his teeth into the opponent's skins. We all knew, and the third, of course, was Anil Varghese. Viru and Anil both wore specs with that handkerchief tied across here, like a bandana. And they look more lethal with that. Anil Varghese was built like a bull, and he was a bull in terms of courage and stamina. I mean, you would bet he would go onto the field even if both his hands were fractured and still play like the way he used to do. Play like that game was where his soul was being decided to be taken by the devil or by the God. He played with such ferocity. So those were the three our impregnable defense, deep defense. And their basic and their finest maneuver to do is to either they were impregnable because they either let the ball go or the man. Very, very rarely did the ball and the man go together at one time, beating them. That means that player had class, had caliber. We had played, we had seen them in so many tournaments, and they were fantastic. We had played against them in the inter-house matches, the inter-class matches, and they were tough. We knew their class. So there was, we had a practice session, and I was not that degree of to be in the school team. No, I was not on. But I used to enjoy sitting with Brother John, our sports director, on the sidelines, and watch the strategies and tactics to learn from him, because that would come later. That would come later in useful in life. War room tactics, strategy, sports tactics and strategies would always help later in life. And I played basketball, so I could use these strategies there also. So then Father Arroyo came over, and he was medium height, stocky, broad-shouldered, but his thighs were like tree trunks, solid. And he, I think, spoke to Brother John and he wished to practice with the boys. But John willingly obliged. So this being internal practice session, we were playing attackers versus defenders, where out of 16 team members, 8 played for attackers and the other 8 played defenders with one goalkeeper on their side. The attackers didn't bother about a goalkeeper much. They focused only on attack. And the deep defense was on the defense side, of course. Now, Father Arroyo joined the attackers. He took the ball. The next thing we saw was a fantastic exhibition of football. I'll never forget that level, that the beauty with which Father Arroyo played, the art that he dribbled, that he weaved past each and every player, and the skill with the ball that he had, the foot and the ball. The ball almost sticking to his foot. He single-handedly took the ball past 8 opponents, shouldering them, but never did anybody get a chance to touch the ball. All teenagers, young, energetic, focused. And before the game itself, these three are impregnable deep defense defenders. Viru, Bhoot, and Varghese had. We could see that they were having a conversation and deciding and a smile that we need to show the old man his place. So basically, to try and get him down. I mean, to get him down and let the ball go through to the keeper. But what we saw was ultimately that is in case he made through the defending the other seven, he cut through them like a hot knife through butter, would be an understatement. He weaved his way inside. The art with which he did it was beautiful. His dribbling, his maneuvering, his pivoting. I can't describe that beauty. It was, we were like mesmerized watching this player who was almost 15, 10, 20, 20, 15, 10, 10, 15 years elder to us. And with what agility and speed he did that was fantastic. So there now was a threesome against this old man, and they realized that now they had to stop him, or they would be the butt of all the jokes in school. If you remember, uh, if you all recall, the inter-house matches, the inter-class matches are like the inter-regimental matches. The Paltan ki izzat. You might lose the inter-services match, you might lose the inter-school, then bother. But when you lose the inter-class or inter-house, you got to face flack from your course mates, your your class fellows, etc. And that's terrible. So you need to win. You give everything in that inter-house. You may not give everything into the inter-school, but you'll give everything into inter-house and inter-class tournament. You have to win. There's no choice. And here, this was a practice session against a father Arroyo from Spain, old man. So these three, typically that the strategy of two of them tried to box him, and the third kicking him in the shins to bring him down. The next, what happened next was not part of the script. He just flattened them like a bulldozer, and they dropped onto the ground. He just went through them with the ball. The goalkeeper, well, did the goalkeeper have a chance? He deftly put the ball in the goal, took the ball, went back to the center line as Brother John do the for the goal. Our three backs were there on the ground, and before that he had already gone there, helped them to their feet, and they were like, "What has happened? What happened?" They didn't know what had happened. It was something unbelievable. And after this session was over, Brother John called everybody for a briefing as usual, post practice, and Father Arroyo left on his bike back to the college. And then Brother John informed us to our bewilderment that what had happened, we realized. He said that Father Arroyo used to play in Spain second division football, but he chose to be, yeah, he was an excellent player, and he could go higher up in the ranks also. People like Messi and all play first division. Father Arroyo played second division, but then he chose to join the order. So NCZ. And where are our boys in comparison? Ahmedabad district high school team, Ahmedabad district high school team, state team, school boys, and then later on they would play state seniors, the nationals, and then after that, before that, the various inter universities. That's all. But where was Gujarat football in comparison to Spain, a second division player? I mean, and you try to match your wits with him. That match taught us. It didn't that evening. Brother John didn't have to explain or to convey the lessons we have to learn from this experience. I mean, it was the old man who had cut through eight players like a hot knife through butter, had flattened our impregnable three defenders. Why? Because we took him for granted. We underestimated our opponent. So that's a great lesson. Never under, and that was a great lesson for me too. I never underestimate anybody in my life. And that's the key lesson to be learned. Don't underestimate anybody. When they're old, even be more vigilant. They might have more experience. You may be youth, but the old people will have more experience and they know the tricks of the trade better than you and I. So embrace the twist to enjoy the turn. Thank you.